Warwai Ngurra, Ngurra, Yuan, Dharug and Ngurrawa. Hello friend, good to see you. Today I'm on Dharug country. Back down in my old neck of the woods. This is the area I grew up. Today I'm giving you guys a bit of a look around a beautiful little spot just outside of Blacktown in the western suburbs of Sydney called Nurragingy Reserve. Now this is a spot for me as a kid. It plays a big role because we used to have a lot of family gatherings and things like that down here. As a teenager I used to come out here with my mates and ride our bike through the bush and get out and have a bit of fun and, you know, do what kids do. We always enjoyed as kids too when we were running around that we'd go up on the waterfall and everything that you'll see soon and enjoy ourselves out there and playing around on the rocks and whatever else. So this place holds a bit of a special meaning for me. The name Nurragingy originates from an Aboriginal gentleman who, along with Colby back in 1816, were recipients of the land grant issued by Governor Macquarie. This is very significant because this was the first ever land grant to be given by Governor Lachlan Macquarie to an Aboriginal person or Aboriginal people. Another reason of significance behind the naming and the land grant itself is that it was also Nurragingy's tribal land, being that he's a Dharug man from the Doonside area. And today, Nurragingy Reserve symbolises the Dharug people's resilience and our symbolic links to the country. So Nurragingy Reserve is more than just a reserve for you to come and play around. It does of course contain a number of different play spaces, including the Warwai Ngurra all-inclusive play space, which caters for children of all ages and capabilities. You also have the Colby Cafe, which is right there next to the Colby Centre, where you can have functions such as weddings and other birthday parties and things like that. There are a number of different picnic shelters which I will show you through this video, and I'll show you the one that we used to frequent pretty regularly and where we used to have a lot of our family gatherings and things like that when we were still all living down here. And you also have the beautiful Chang Chinese gardens, which are part of the little waterway that you can see behind me here, along with a number of other stunning bushwalks and little trails and that you can take throughout here. In October 2003, Lao Chang, a Chinese province, and Blacktown City Council signed a sister city agreement. In 2011, they agreed that the Chang Gardens would be built here in Nurragingy Reserve. The gardens opened in 2012 and consist of a gateway, an arched stone bridge, light mountains, and of course the beautiful waterfall. This waterfall and these ponds have actually been here for quite some time, well before these gardens were put in. Because I remember as a kid coming through here and would often play on the waterfalls and run around over the rocks and everything else. For a long time though, the waterfall was inactive. I have noticed since walking around here today that the waterways have been filled with koi, and there are a number of different water birds and such living here, and I believe there'd be plenty of burra in here, which is the Dharug word for eel. Last time I came through there were quite a lot of burra. Got a bit of burra. Prior to the 1970s, the land was part of the Cumberland Timber Forest, which was used to supply timber to the Sydney area for building and other timber needs. In the 1970s, the land was purchased by the New South Wales state government and rejuvenated to be kept as mostly natural landscape. In 1981, a portion of the land was designated to be used as recreational land, which is where we currently today have Nurragingy Reserve. I must say, it's quite a shame to see them in this condition. This is the old blacksmith's hut. I remember this when I was a kid. We used to come through here and you used to be able to stand over there and watch the blacksmith doing his thing, making horseshoes and bits and pieces like that. Bloody DJI action cameras and metal fences. For those that don't know, DJI action cams have magnetic mounts and it just decided to stick to the fence. So yeah, quite a shame to see him in this sort of a state. They were really cool back in the day. Used to love coming down here and watching the blacksmith. But anyway, I guess time withers us all. It's funny looking here. I remember back in the day we used to have wood barbecues everywhere. They actually used to supply firewood and everything, and yeah, you'd use them. Guess not anymore. There's the style I remember. So this is the main picnic area we used to use when I was young, where you can see the concrete just laying there. That used to be where the barbecue was. The playground's obviously changed a hell of a lot since then. I remember there were swings and slides and all that sort of stuff, not bloody ropes. Now we've got some gas barbecues over here, or electric or whatever they are. Lots of area to run. It's funny, we used to come down here and we used to end up getting into disputes with people from other, or claiming other parts. Like there's more picnic areas up through there. There's heaps of little bushwalk areas and stuff like that through here. It was a great spot for the kids. One of the old fire barbecues still sitting over there. I'll give you a closer look at that, eh? This is the sort of thing we used to use when I was a kid. They'd have piled up wood sitting there for you, and you light the little fire underneath and have a barbie. That's what we always had. Seems like most of them are in pretty poor condition these days. Oh, the eucalypt picnic area is a big one. What playground this one's got. And there's another playground up there. It's huge. So toilets and everything up the top there as well. Massive up here. I'm not going all the way up, I'll just cut through. I'll have a closer look at all this. Okay, so this is the Warwai Ngurra all-inclusive play space. Now, Warwai, from what I can come to find out, possibly means weather monster. So, yeah, this could possibly well be the river monster country, because the word Ngurra means country. So what it says over here. This play space is named Warwai Ngurra, meaning river monster country. Thought so. There you go. Kind of river monster was known to live in the area millions of years ago, before humans existed. See if you can find one in the play space. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And as you can see, it's got braille and all that sort of stuff for the blind. And yeah, it's all raised and everything. That's really cool. There's a couple of wool going on the table over there, a couple of crows. This is a pretty hectic little space. I like this. I wonder if that's meant to be the skeleton of the river monster, Awabakal. More like a dinosaur of some sort. Or a cow. Ngama. Dig. It's pretty cool having language here as well. That's awesome. What we got over this side? Bunga. Make. Don't know they'd really like you making a fire or anything, but anyway, it's kind of cool. Māori Bujiri. For those of you that don't know, that means very good. I'm heading up the walkway at the moment. So I come for a look up here. Yay. Yeah, I'm a big kid. It's cool. Different little things to stimulate the senses and that of the kids. That's cool. Alright. Let's be a real big kid and go down the slippery dip, eh? It'd be just my luck I get stuck in the damn thing. So not only do you have the walkway up top, you've got all those little things underneath it to do as well. Ngurrawa, climb. Another little meeting place set up here. A little fire in the middle. Fire pit. It's cool with the little meeting places and stuff like that. They've actually done a really good job on this. Really like this. Umarabara. Jump. Umarabara. That's obviously just a drain or something. And you get swings in that here. All set up for different abilities, you disabled and everything else. Bit of a shame. I remember this old bridge being a bit more rickety than what it is today. Used to be not so much unstable, but it used to be more like a rope bridge sort of thing where it'd sway side to side and everything as you walk over it. Definitely not today. And then there's some toilets over there. They were actually the closest to our old picnic spots, so they're the ones we normally used. And I must have come through and driven through these. I would have shown you. Nurragingy Reserve is just off Knox Road in Doonside, which is not hard to reach from the Great Western Highway or if you're coming in through Richmond Road. It's also quite a short walk from Doonside train station if that's the way you wish to travel. A couple of little rules that Nurragingy Reserve does have. There are no drones allowed to be used whatsoever on the premises, and dogs are allowed, but you must obviously clean up after them and they must be kept on a leash at all times. Alrighty guys, I hope you've enjoyed this walkthrough of Nurragingy Reserve. Again, it's an absolutely beautiful place and a place that I hold fond memories of as I was a kid, coming out here and spending a lot of time out here. So I hope you've enjoyed this one guys. If you have, please make sure to leave a like, and if you haven't subscribed already, please do so. Yan Mabuji Murugu, walk a good path. Yano, goodbye.